Hello, 9th standard Cbse children. Have a good day. Have a nice day. Welcome back to our video session again. Today we are going to do video number 13, a new chapter. Why do we fall ill? Part 1. It is a lengthy lesson, so I have split into many portions as per the heading. Right. So today's video number 13, chapter also number 13. Why do we fall ill? Part 1. Right. Now here, as the heading suggests, why do we fall ill? What is the reason? Illness not well. Yeah. So what is the reason for it? As we say, health is wealth. Health is a state of well-being, and it is as physically, mentally, and socially. This may physically, as our health, our physical stature, our body structure should function well, and mentally, emotionally, and psychologically. We say that mentally, emotionally, and psychologically we have to be fit, and socially also we have to be fit. What does it mean? Nowadays we are in corona lockdown period, yeah. So now we should have the immunity to withstand the capacity, to withstand the disease resistance. So we should have the disease resistance capacity. நோய் எதிர்ப்பு சக்தி சொன்னோம்ல அது இருக்கணும். Okay, so that is socially, and the surroundings also we should keep our place clean so that we will not be affected by any diseases. So we are talking about why do we fall ill, part 1, chapter 13. Right? So in this lesson, as given in our textbook, we are covering pages 176 to so that you will understand easily, because all of them they are having in paragraph with the less pictures. Only for that pictures alone we need to do it. Okay, so we are doing pages 176 to 178. கொஞ்சம் brief சொல்லிருக்கேன், plus the details with additional points I have given. So we are learning what is health, then food components that we have learned. Food that we have learned as components of food, and then significance of health, and if we don't maintain that health condition of our body, what is its failure, and what does disease will have. Otherwise we say what does disease look like as types of diseases as acute, chronic, communicable, non-communicable, and the details la further lessons la padipom. And then health and its causing and the disease causing. So we say health and disease, and we talk about acute and chronic diseases. So this is our video number 13, and we'll continue the lesson. Right? And there may be one more the picture wala adala just ignore, and then we'll continue with the whiteboard session. At the green board or white board, and then and there I will change the whiteboard and green board accordingly. That details also we will continue. I hope you understand. So this is our video number 13, chapter 13. Why do we fall ill, part 1. I hope you understand. We'll just continue. Hello, 9th standard. Have a nice day, Cbse children. Today we are going to continue the lesson as we have discussed earlier, and today's topic is chapter 13. Why do we fall ill? And it is where, as it is a lengthy chapter, I am splitting into different portions, and today it is why do we fall ill, part 1. This is video number 8. Right? The topic is, why do we fall ill? What is it? Illness is something which we are not in comfort. Yeah. So why do we fall ill? The reason may be due to some disturbance in our body, or taking some food which is not boiled well or cooked well, something like a food poisoning we are saying. Yeah, that is one of the reasons. And sometimes it is due to malnutrition. Malnutrition, the balanced diet when the children are not taking, it is causing. Plus undernutrition. Undernutrition also, the children the children when they are not able to have balanced diet, that is undernutrition. Okay, all the food components, carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals, when they are not required, when they are not given in a required quantity, children will be suffering from undernutrition condition. So that is why do we fall ill. First, we should know about the health. We know health is wealth. Health is a state of well-being. Otherwise, we say health is a condition where we are physically, emotionally, mentally, psychologically and socially fit enough to live in a society. That is why we say for health, normally we have inverted triangle. Inverted triangle, this is physical, this one physical, this is mental or emotional, or psychological. Mental, emotional or psychological and social well-being. So we define health as health is wealth, and health is physically, mentally or emotionally or psychologically and socially fit enough to live in a society, or to well-being, social well-being. Okay, and why do we so? We must be fitting into live in a society. Our body should cooperate with us without any diseases, free from diseases. That is physical. And though we are physically fit, physically having a good condition, we should have mental or emotional feeling also. Though I am physically alright, I should not have mental stress. What does it mean? We should not have any என்ன சொல்றது, ஒரு நாளைக்கு டெஸ்ட்டுக்கு படிக்கணுமே, அந்த லெசன் புரியலையே, ஹோம்ஒர்க் செய்யலையே, அது அம்மா திட்டுவாடு, அந்த மாதிரிலாம் ஒரு மென்டல் இன்னர் ஃபியர் இருக்குங்க. அந்த மாதிரிலாம் இல்லாமல் mentally, psychologically and emotionally we should be a well-being. And social well-being. Social knowledge referring to the society. In a society, we should keep ourselves fit enough to live in the society. Okay, so definition for health. Health is a state of well-being, and health is physically, mentally and socially we are well-being. Okay, so in our book, it is said in our book, health and significance or topic as significant the inverted triangle. This inverted triangle nama bookla, but you should know. Okay? So this giving inverted triangle, what are the inverted triangle vechide, what is the relation with reference to this inverted triangle? That is it. Okay. The next one, significance of health. என்ன சொல்றது? அதான் சொல்றேன், we should have good health. and then poor health we may have some diseases, and we may have some disturbance in our functioning of our body. That is for the another significance. Okay. The next one, it is personal and community issues. Personal and community issues. That is, if health means state of well-being, physical, mental and social well-being, it cannot be something that each one of us can achieve entirely on our own. Namnave, we cannot reach this goal. So the health of all organisms will depend on their surroundings or their environment. So the environment includes physical environment. What does it mean? Health is at a risk in cyclone in many ways. Health is at risk with reference to heavy rains. If a monsoon season, due to that health, it is depending on this physical environment also. I hope you are following. Then, even more importantly, human beings live in societies. Our social environment, therefore, important factor in our individual health. We live in villages, town, or in cities. Different people live in different places. Yeah. So, that physical environment should have a physical environment should design the social environment. That is personal and community issues. Okay. For example, if nowadays sometimes the garbage will be accumulated. Garbage in a cooper. When the garbage is accumulated in a place, it has to be disposed properly. And who is responsible? First, we should minimize the accumulation of garbage. If at all we have this garbage, we should have it as degradable and non-degradable. Otherwise, biodegradable and non-biodegradable. And then we should inform the municipal authorities or panchayat union or corporation. Where if we are living in city, village or town, accordingly we have to inform the authorities. So if there is a great deal of garbage thrown in our street, or even if there is open rainwater lying stagnant around where we live, the possibility of poor health increases. If it is not disposed properly, people are prone to get the diseases. This is as personal and community issues. I hope you are able to follow this. The next one, healthy and disease free. What do you understand? Healthy and disease free. A person will have a normal health. So if we say he is healthy, normally we say he is hale and healthy. And disease free. Disease free, for example, a person is not having any diseases and healthy body, he says he is healthy and disease free. But there are chances for that person to get the diseases. Okay. And normally we say a person is healthy now. For example, as given in our textbook, a dancer should have a healthy body. That means what? He or she should have a flexible bone so that she or he can bend their bodies for according to the tunes. Same way, a musician or a teacher should have a normal throat so that throat condition to speak out or to sing should be normal. That is, a person is having healthy body. That is for healthy and disease free. The next one, disease and its causes. Now, what is a disease? Disease. Normally, as I said, when we go for PT period, First PT sir will ask us to stand in line, formal line, and he will say stand at his attention. Yeah. So the attention we stand in position. Stand at ease na we keep our hands at the back and we stand comfortably. Yeah. So stand at ease. Whereas when we are not at ease, when we are not in comfort, when we are at discomfort, it is disease. Ease is the opposite disease. Okay. So when we are not having good health, we suffer from diseases. So disease is that which is affected. Now this disease, how it is causing? Diseases are caused by pathogens. We come across a term pathogen. Pathogen or germ causing the diseases. And these pathogens are viruses, bacteria. Pathogens are viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoans, and worms. Pathogens are viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoans, and worms. These pathogens, they are also called infectious agents. Infection, when the disease was due by infection. So they are also called infectious agents. I hope you understand. So pathogens, diseases are caused by pathogens. What are pathogens? They are infectious agents and they are spread through air, water and other resources. So normally we say airborne diseases, waterborne diseases and diseases transmitted through vectors. Vectors na an organism which carry the disease, which carry the pathogen, they are called carriers or vectors. Vectors are carriers. Insects and flies, they are called as vectors or carriers. So they are called vector-borne diseases. I hope you are able to follow this. So here, diseases and causes, the pathogen will cause the diseases. Those pathogenic agents are viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoan and worms. I hope you understand. And viruses, we know there are 100 different viruses. And bacteria, it is different types of bacteria with different size and shape. But at the same time, the virus and bacteria and also fungi will have some common character, as when they attack the organism, they will multiply fast. Whereas protozoans and worms, when they attack the organism or when they infect the organism, their growth or multiplying will be at slower rate. I hope you are following. So this is with reference to the attacking or infecting the organism. I hope you could follow. So here this is pathogen. The next one, acute and chronic diseases. Acute and chronic diseases, when a disease is occurring suddenly, that is acute. When we have a disease right from a long time, otherwise we say prolonged time, it is chronic disease. Acute disease normally common cold, diarrhea, typhoid, cholera, they are acute diseases, whereas chronic diseases, they are as tuberculosis, slowly it will affect. Sorry. And then infectious and non-infectious diseases. What is it? Diseases which are spread to others, otherwise called communicable diseases. Diseases which are spread to others, they are called communicable diseases. Which are not spreading, they are called non-communicable diseases. I hope you understand. So diseases which are spread to others, they are communicable diseases, and it may be through direct contact. Diseases may be through direct contact or indirect contact, or any article that the infected person they are using. Whereas non-communicable diseases, it will not spread to others. It is forming within the body due to malfunctioning or any other hereditary condition. That is non-communicable diseases. Okay, so that comes under infectious and non-infectious diseases. This we will go in detail with the further videos as part 2, part 3. If possible, I will extend the lesson. I hope you are able to follow this. So here, this is health and its significance. This is only a introductory portion, video number 8. A health and significance, personal and community issues, health and disease-free condition, disease and its causes, acute and chronic diseases, infectious and non-infectious diseases. I hope you are able to follow this. So we will just continue this in the next videos. I hope you understand. We will continue in the next session. Thank you. Hello, 9th standard. Have a good day. I hope you are doing well. And today we are going to do video number 9, chapter 13. Why do we fall ill? It is a new chapter, but already we have learnt about different diseases, its causes, symptoms, and the pathogen that it causes. All that last year we have learnt it in the lesson microbes, friend and foe. Yeah. So today we are going to do video number 9, chapter 13, why do we fall ill, part 1. Right? It is a bit lengthy lesson, so we will go slowly discussing one by one. Now next one, see this triangle inverted. It is said health refers to a state of a sound mind and body free from any sickness or ailment, stress and problems. Ailment na suffering. நமக்கு தலை வலிக்கிறது இல்லைன்னா ஏதாவது டிசீஸ் இருந்தால் எப்படி நமக்கு தெரியும் இல்லையா, அதான் ailment. Stress and problems. In simple word, health refers to physical, emotional and psychological well-being of a person. Now this inverted triangle I have given here physical, and then here you will write mental, emotional or psychological. I repeat, this side you will repeat, the arrow shows page side you will write mental or emotional or psychological feeling, and at the bottom it is social well-being. So I say health refers to a state of mind, otherwise we say state of sound mind and body free from any sickness or ailment, stress and problem. In simple words, health refers to the physical, emotional and psychological well-being of a person. Okay, so giving this inverted triangle, if you are asked to write, explain the inverted triangle with reference to health, you have to Write the definition. Okay. Now see these pictures. Here it is having all vegetables, is it not? And here it is otherwise a balanced diet. What are these two and these three pictures? Center one, these two are healthy children. Here the first picture shows kwashiorkor condition. It is a the condition occurs due to malnutrition. Malnutrition, as we know, we have the food components: carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals. Adula, the carbohydrate and protein kuranjaduna, children will be suffering from kwashiorkor and marasmus. Adukta, in our textbook, first it is said about we have seen that cells are the basic unit of life. Cells are the basic unit of life, otherwise living being. A group of cells forming tissues, and these tissues forming organ and organ system. Yeah. And this functioning of these tissues and organ system, we need energy, we need food components as protein, carbohydrate, fats and lipids. So it is said, we have seen that cells are the basic unit of living being. Cells are made up of variety of food components: protein, carbohydrate, fat or lipid. Although the picture எப்படி பார்க்கிறது, in reality the living cell is in dynamic place. Dynamic place na, the cells வந்து by addition of new cells it grows. Adha dynamic places. சரியா? And then ஒரு example என்ன சொல்லலாம்னாக்க, something or other is always happening. What does it mean? When we eat, digestion will be taking place. And when we throughout the life, day and night, whether we eat or not, functioning of respiration, what is happening always? The cells are moving from place to place. Heart is beating throughout the time, blood is circulating. So all these internal vital organs are functioning. So they are moving from place to place. Even in cells that do not move, there is repair going on. New cells are being made. So that is for the organ and organ system. So to functioning of these organ and organ system, we need to take balanced diet. இது வந்து low fat diet. இது வந்து low fat diet. இது வந்து யூஸ் ரொம்ப ஸ்பேரிங்லினா கொஞ்சமாக யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கணும். எதெல்லாம்? ஃப்ரைடு ப்ராடக்ட், சுகரி ட்ரிங்க்ஸ், butter, food products in high saturated fat. Whereas here healthy oil na polyunsaturated acid வந்து இந்த refined oil நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணோம் இல்லையா, gold winner, fortune, அதெல்லாம் refined oil. Polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats like olive oil, canola and avocado oil can be used. Then animal protein, these are all whole grains rich in protein. These fruits and vegetables, they are rich in vitamins and minerals. So this is a balanced diet we are supposed to take. And if we do not take any of these, especially protein and carbohydrate, children will be suffering from these two conditions, kwashiorkor and marasmus. Kwashiorkor na pot belly, the paana mari thoppa irukilla, adu peru pot belly. Whereas here the bones are chest, pigeon chest, the chest bones are seen, and the skin is very thin, romba pale and the delicate bones are visible. So a person should take a balanced diet. Okay. The next one said significance of health. What does it mean? Personal and community issues both matters for health. to have a health is a state of well-being. இப்போ introductionல சொன்னோம் இல்லையா, அதுக்கு வந்து personal and community issues both matter for health. If health means a state of physical, mental and social well-being, it cannot be something that each one of us can achieve entirely on our own. இந்த வேர்ட், இந்த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் வந்து ரிப்பீட்டடா வரும் இந்த லெசன்ல. எது? ஹெல்த் மீன் ஸ்டேட் ஆஃப் physical, mental and social well-being. The health of all organisms will depend on their surroundings or their environment. I repeat, the health of all organisms will depend on their surroundings or their environment. The environment includes the physical environment. Main up the physical environment. I hope you are able to follow this. So, personal and community issues both matter much. அது வந்து கொஞ்சம் பார்க்கணும். என்னெல்லாம்? If health means a state of well-being, அதான் இப்போ படிச்சோம். But even more importantly, human live in societies. Our social environment, therefore, is important factor for our individual health. Now we are kept under lockdown, corona. Why? We need to keep ourselves safe from the environment. The coronavirus will have serious effect. To keep them away, we keep social distancing, wearing face mask. So it is important factor in our individual health. So we live in villages, town or city, wherever we are living. In such places, even our physical environment is decided by social environment. But at home, we keep ourselves clean and then protecting ourselves from keeping the face mask, using sanitizer. Adala the corona wala panikirunde. But when we go out, if we happen to go out, we find the social distancing people are not following. Adu வந்து risk. We should keep ourselves protecting us. So that is when. Then if no agency is ensuring, another is வந்து garbage. இதுல பழைய போர்ஷன்கனால இந்த garbage பத்தி சொல்றோம். Consider what would happen if no agency is ensuring that garbage is collected and disposed. நம்ம குப்பையை வந்து கலெக்ட் பண்ணாம போட்டோம்னா the heap of garbage will be accumulating. That causes the disease. Mainly the maggots will be seen around. Maggots na என்ன சொல்லியிருக்கேன்? ஹனி பீல படிச்சோம் இல்லையா? இந்த சாரி இது லைஃப் சைக்கிள் ஹவுஸ் ஃப்ளை நம்ம படிச்சிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? அதில் வந்து மேகட்ஸ்னா the young larva of house fly is called maggots. அது வந்து நிறைய இந்த குப்பையில வளரும். So what would happen if no one takes responsibility for clearing the drain and ensuring that water does not collect in the streets or in open spaces? So we need to take care, and if any drainage is not maintained, we have to report to the corporation or municipal authority. Anga sonnala they will clear the drainage. That is why your local authority, இங்கெல்லாம் வந்து பஞ்சாயத்து or municipal office சொல்லுவோம்ல, அல்லது corporation officeல போய் we have to report. I hope you are able to follow this. So this is another personal and community issues both matter much for to maintain our good health. Sorry. The next is, it said social equality and harmony are therefore necessary for individual health. In textbook 177 we need to be happy in order to be truly healthy, and social equality and harmony are therefore necessary for individual health. And we can think of many examples of connections between community issues and individual health. I hope you are able to follow this. So next one, distinction between healthy and disease free. What does it mean? If this is what mean the health, the state of being good health, what we can be the disease? If we are not all right, if we say And as I said earlier, PT period first before we start the game, PT sir will be asking us to say a standard is attention. No, so when we say standard is, we keep our hands both at the back and stand at our convenience. Is it not? So this is stand at ease, comfort. Stand at your comfort. If it is not possible, we are not able to stand erect, is it not? So the same way, if we are not keeping good health, that is disease. Is na comfortable, disease, opposite of that. Okay, so the word actually self-explanatory. We can think of it as disease, disturbed ease, as a disease. Sharia. Disease in other words literally means being uncomfortable. However, the word is used in a more limited meaning. We talk of disease when we can find a specific and particular cause for discomfort. I repeat, the word disease, more limited meaning. We talk of disease when we can find a specific and particular cause for discomfort. This does not mean that we have to know absolute final cause. We can say that someone is suffering from diarrhea without knowing exactly what has caused the loose motion. Diarrhea and loose motion. So that is distinction between health and disease. Right? We can now easily say it is possible to be in poor health without actually suffering from a particular disease. Okay, simply not being disease is not the same being healthy, good health. For a dancer may mean being able to stretch his body into more difficult but graceful position. Dancer அது disease. On the other hand, good health for a musician mean having enough breathing capacity. ஒரு டீச்சருக்கோ ஒரு சிங்கருக்கோ throat should be in a ease position, ease condition. That is only described here. Different examples are given that you have to go through. Page 177 last page. Disease na suffering, ease na comfortable. For different person, the ease comfort should be different. For example, flexibility and stretching of bones and other parts for the dancer and musician and teacher good throat condition and different example given. Okay, the next one, this is for distinction between health and disease free. Then next one, health and its failure. If you are not keeping good health, again இது repeat ஆகுது. Health is a state of well-being as physical, mental and social. The condition necessary for good health are good physical and social environment, good economic conditions, social equality and harmony. Good physical and social environment includes clean surrounding, good sanitation, proper garbage disposal. Garbage na kuppa. Proper garbage disposal and clean drinking water. Good economic conditions include job opportunity for all yearning to have nutritious food and to lead a healthy life. Social equality and harmony are necessary for a healthy and peaceful life. Social equality and harmony are necessary for a healthy and peaceful life. I hope you are able to follow this. So these are the reason for health and we need to keep up this healthy conditions. Okay. The next one, disease. Now we are again coming back to disease. How will you identify a person is suffering from a disease? First, he is not at ease. He will be restless. Depending on the ailment, we can say whether he is suffering from disease or not. When a person is affected by a disease, either the normal functioning or the appearance of one or more systems of the body changes for the worse. These changes give rise to signs of the disease called symptoms. These changes give rise to the signs of disease called symptoms. On the basis of symptoms, physicians look for the signs of particular disease and conduct tests to confirm the disease. So here it is given, what does a disease look like? That is, in the first place, how do we know that there is a disease? In other words, how do we know that there is something wrong with our body? There are many tissues in the body, as we have learned, plant and animal tissues, isn't it? These tissues make us physiological system or organ system functioning. Each of the organ system has specific organ as its parts. என்ன சொல்லுவ? Digestive system na digestive organ, respiratory system na lungs and the trachea and the parts சொல்லுவோம்ல இது what is the respiratory passage. அது மாதிரி ஒன்னொன்னும் ஒரு function. So each of the organ system has specific organ as its parts and it has particular function. So example சொன்னேன்ல, so the digestive system has stomach and intestine and it helps to digest food taken from outside the body. The musculoskeletal system, which is made up of bones and muscles, holds the body parts together and helps the body to move. So these are the organ system, how they are coordinating each other for the vital functioning. Okay. So when there is a disease, if in the functioning, when there is a disease, either the functioning or appearance of one or more symptoms or sign will be appearing. These changes can give rise to symptom and sign of the disease. Symptoms of disease are things we feel as being wrong. So we have a headache, we have cough, loose motion or wound with the pus. Pus na the child. These are all symptoms. These indicate that there may be a disease. Right? So this but they don't indicate what the disease. That symptoms வந்து எந்த ஒரு டிசீஸ்னு காமிச்சு கொடுக்கும், பட் என்ன டிசீஸ்னு காட்டாது. Right? Then example, headache may just examination of stress or very rarely it may have meningitis. Meningitis na inflammation of the brain membrane. Brain is covered by 3 membrane layers as outer dura mater, middle arachnoid membrane and inner pia mater. When there is inflammation, this condition is called meningitis. Okay. So signs of the disease are what physicians will look for the basis of symptom. So first headache na அது வந்து symptom. அது என்ன ஏன் headache வருதுன்னு சொல்றது வந்து sign. சரியா? So sign will give a little more definite indication of the presence of a particular disease. Physicians will also get laboratory tests done to pinpoint the disease further. Okay. So now this disease, it is as normally types as acute disease and chronic disease. Acute na sudden na வந்து கொஞ்சம் சிவியரா இருக்கும், that is acute. Chronic na ரொம்ப நாளா இருந்து அந்த டிசீஸ் வந்து ஸ்லோவா ஜாஸ்தியாகி அது பெருசா இருக்கு, அது வந்து chronic disease. So when a person is affected by a disease, either normal functioning or the appearance of one or more systems of the body changes for the worse. Okay. So here these changes give rise to signs of the disease called symptoms. So on the basis of the symptom, the physicians look for signs of particular disease and conduct tests to confirm the disease. The types are acute and chronic diseases. Acute diseases are which last only for a short period of time acute diseases which last for a short period of time and does not have long-term effect on health. Example, common cold, cough, typhoid, cholera. What are all? Common cold, cough, typhoid, cholera. Whereas chronic disease or diseases which last for a long time and has long-term drastic effect on health. An example, diabetes, that is blood sugar, tuberculosis, elephantiasis, arthritis, cancer, etc. Diabetes, blood sugar, TB caused by bacterium, mycobacterium, tuberculosis, elephantiasis, it is swelling in the leg, Yanakal chalula, caused by filarial worm, Vaucheria. Arthritis, knee pain, that is knee pain. Cancer, uncontrolled, cancer and uncontrolled multiplication of the cells where it leads to fatal condition leading to death. So this is types of disease, acute and chronic disease. I hope you are able to follow this. So now again, the repeat health is a state of well-being, physical, mental and social well-being, the condition necessary for good health or good physical and social environment, good economic condition, social equality and harmony. Adan chonnela nama society la neighbor oda sorry nama teru we have to follow the corporation rule, municipality rule, panchayat rule adella nama vandu follow pannikkalam. Okay, then good economic conditions includes job opportunity for all, earning to have nutritious conditions that lead to healthy life. Social equality and social equality and harmony are necessary for a healthy and peaceful life. Okay. The next one, the difference between health and disease free. Healthy life it's a state of physical, mental and social well-being. It refers to individual, physical and social environment. The individual has a good health, whereas disease free, it's a state of absence from diseases. It refers only to the individual, and the individual may have good health or poor health. Health may be good or poor, but they are disease free. I hope you are able to follow this. Right? So just go through this as a difference between healthy and disease free. What are all? Healthy, it's a state of social, it's a state of physical, mental and social well-being. It refers to individual, physical and social environment. In the individual has good health. Whereas disease free, it is a state of absence from diseases. It refers only to the individual, and the individual may have good health or poor health. I hope you are able to follow this. The next one, disease and its causes as acute and chronic disease. இப்பதானே பார்த்தோம், அதே தான் நம்ம புக்ல உள்ளது போட்டிருக்கேன். Acute and chronic diseases. என்னெல்லாம்? Manifestations of disease will be different depending on a number of factors. The கண்டுபிடிப்பு the reasons it depends, it varies from person to person. So the manifestations of disease will be different depending on a number of factors. One of the most obvious factors that determine how we perceive disease is its duration. I repeat, one of the most obvious factors that determine how we perceive the disease is its duration. We all know from the experience that common cold lasts only a few days. Other ailments can last for long time, even as much as lifetime, and are called chronic disease. Adha ipo paathomla acute and chronic disease. Enella acute common cold, typhoid, cholera, அதெல்லாம் acute disease. Chronic வந்து tuberculosis, diabetes, elephantiasis and cancer. நம்ம bookல பார்த்தோம்ல அதே தான் இப்போ மறுபடியும் ஞாபகப்படுத்துறேன். So we all know from experience that common cold lasts only a few days. Other ailments can last for a long time, even as much as lifetime, and are called chronic diseases. Example is the infection causing elephantiasis, which is very common in some parts of India. சரியா அதான் நம்ம புக்ல இருக்கு acute and chronic disease அதான் இப்ப படிச்சிருக்கேன். So you can also do an activity. நம்ம புக்ல இருக்கு page 178ல activity இருக்கு. How many people suffered from acute disease during last 3 months? இதோட ஆக்டிவிட்டியா பண்ணி வச்சுக்கோ. ஏன்னா நமக்கு வந்து ஆர்ட் இன்டெகிரேஷன் ஒரு இதில் வந்து we have to do an activity இல்லையா அதுக்கு வந்து page 178ல இந்த சர்வேயை கொஞ்சம் எடுத்து வச்சுக்கோ. இந்த answer for 1, 2, 3 survey your neighborhood to find out இந்த மூணுத்துக்கும் ஆன்சர் கண்டுபிடிச்சு ஒரு சார்ட்ல ரெடி பண்ணு. சரியா? So how many people suffered from acute disease during last 3 months? இந்த PPTல முந்தினதுல acute-க்கு எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸ் கொடுத்திருக்கேன். அந்த டிசீசஸ் யாருக்கே இருந்ததான்னு ஒரு உங்க ஃபேமிலி மெம்பர்ஸ்க்கு சர்வே எடு. Then how many people developed chronic disease during this same period? And the answers question 1 and 2 same or different ஆன்னு பாரு. அதாவது காமன் கோல்டுன்னா ஒரு 1 day தான் இருக்கும். whereas diabetesனா it's a long time இல்லையா அந்த மாதிரி டிஃபரன்ஸ் பாரு. Then are the answers question 2 and 3 different? இதுக்கு வந்து ஆன்சர் கண்டுபிடிச்சு வை. இதுதான் உனக்கு வந்து இந்த சர்வே எடுத்து டேப்லா காலம் ஃபார்ம் பண்றது ஆர்ட் இன்டெகிரேஷன். ஓகே, what do you think could be the reason for these differences? இதுக்கு ஆன்சர் படி நான் நெக்ஸ்ட் வீடியோல இதுக்கு ஆன்சர் சொல்லுவேன். Okay, so chronic and poor health என்ன சொல்றது? As we can imagine, acute and chronic disease have same effect on our health. Any disease that causes poor functioning of some part of the body will affect our general health as well. Okay, so this is because all functions of body are necessary for general health, but an acute disease which is over very soon will not have time to cause major effect on general health. அதாவது அக்யூட்னா காமன் கோல்டு வந்து 1 or 2 daysல சரியாயிடும். whereas அப்போ வந்து நம்ம பாடி ஸ்ட்ரக்சருக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் தெரியாது. whereas chronic-னா அது வந்து prolonged timeல இருக்கிறதுனால it will have some effect. I hope you are able to follow this. So இது வந்து ஒரு lengthy chapter. So இது நான் இந்த page 178 வரைக்கும் complete பண்ணிருக்கேன். As why do we fall ill? Chapter 13ல part 1. The next portion வந்து will continue in the next video. I hope you are able to follow this. Okay, we'll continue in the next session. Thank you.